what's happening, man? Y'all already know what it is. This is Twice Talk, and we are listeners supported by 91.5, The Rebel, HD2, Las Vegas, the broadcast service of UNLV. And, of course, I'm always accompanied by the amazing Oak. How you doing today?
Hey, she right on in. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. And we got the phenomenal Marissa Rose in the house today. She is the director of the Miss Silver State Pageant. And we're going to get to dive in amazing. She's going to tell us a bunch of stories, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I first want to apologize to you guys for the late start. It was my bad. I've been running around doing all kinds of this and that, and you know how it goes, man. When you're thinking twice, sometimes you don't be thinking right. Well, I don't be thinking right sometimes when I be thinking twice. But Miss Marissa Rose, tell me something good. How was the day? Can we
nice and busy.
It was busy?
Busy is always good, right?
Busy
that's
is
what they
good.
say. Well,
booked and busy.
Yeah.
Oh, busy is always good, you said?
Of course. I mean, if you're sitting there, you're not doing any thinking, any moving, any shaking, anything, right?
Okay. So what kind of thought processes while we thinking does the director usually have when we're involved with the Miss Silver State Pageant? Like, what's the first thing you're thinking about?
Oh my gosh, the wellness of my contestants. Are they
wellness?
Yes, of course. Are they mentally, physically, getting on with their journey to compete for the title? It's a lot of stuff. I mean, could you get on stage in a swimsuit?
I don't know, man.
Ask some on stage questions. There's a lot of mental preparedness. So.
I might start sweating on the stage. I might get nervous.
That's hilarious. I know I would be sweating.
Oh yeah?
Yes, I would be very nervous.
It's all these eyes on you.
You're being judged.
Well, see, the thing about the Silver State Pageant, this is what I was told, is that there's 100 contestants, right? But there's only about 12 people that actually get to go on stage.
Well, you always get, all the girls get a fair amount of time on stage, but then you start narrowing it down as the, portions of judging takes on.
How many preliminary?
Well, actually, preliminary. Preliminary.
Is that what I said?
No, you said something else.
We're
just going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. So Miss Nevada, USA, Miss Silver State USA is the official preliminary for that state pageant.
Okay.
So Miss Nevada, whoever wins that, will go to Miss USA, and Miss USA will then go to Miss Universe, like we had last week.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl of pageants.
What's the winner usually get? For like
a crown and flowers. No, I'm just
crown and flowers.
Crown, flowers. She stays at that Trump Hotel out there. She stays for a year. So Miss South Africa
lives in the Trump Hotel for a year.
Yeah, have you seen her? She's done the Today Show. She's done Good Morning America. She's doing a whole media tour right now in New York.
Wow. It's a lot of controversy behind Miss South Africa winning because she's of European descent.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what? She's not African. She's not from South Africa.
She's not black. She doesn't look black.
Well, there's whites in South Africa.
In history, the British actually took over South Africa, so you will see a lot of Caucasian people with an English accent. So
so politically correct.
It happened. Just like in the Philippines, I'm half Filipino. So
nice.
Tagalog is like Spanish because the Spaniards had taken over the Philippines, so the languages happen like that. But you're correct. She is,
of European descent.
Yes,
and she won,
and the past have been black girls. So it's a little toss up there.
So what's your opinion on that? Like, should South Africans still be happy that their country won, or is there some kind of dilemma where they're like, she doesn't really represent the vast majority of us?
Well, absolutely. I think we're a melting pot. I mean, who can you say is USA? You know what I mean? Like ours, Kara, I think she's black, or she might be half black. There's girls who are Latina who are representing. There's girls who are white. So how are you to say USA? We all become somewhat of a melting pot. Miss World last year, I believe, was from South Africa, and she was white hair. Or white girl, brown hair. So
you think it's a matter of perspective? Like, okay, well, she's still representing us, and I can't say that she doesn't represent South Africa because she's not black.
Right. But I mean, if she was born there in South Africa, you know, that's where her family is and her upbringing. I mean, it's not her fault of the color skin that she has.
Right.
So it's just, I mean, it is what it is. And we got like Filipinos, Miss Philippines. I mean, she's half Filipino. Like her other half is British.
Oh, wow.
But she's lived in the Philippines. It's very rare to find a girl with full blood.
I think Miss Jamaica was.
I
think she was fully
I mean,
black.
there's those some, you know, countries that would stay. Oh my God, I wanted Jamaica to win so bad. So
yeah, I think
smart.
Twitter said that Miss Jamaica won, and
Oh my God,
I think they're riding
winner.
with that.
She was my winner. She was
Yeah.
so bomb, so intelligent.
She rocked the afro,
and the
so.
afro and the yellow,
Oh.
and she was all about it. She was my favorite. After Miss Philippines didn't make the top 5, Jamaica was my top.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure Miss Jamaica will have her media tour as well.
Oh, she will.
Yeah.
She made her country proud.
So that's what you so basically you just get on a bunch of tours and you get on different sponsorships and shows and you get magazines.
Yeah, what are the benefits for running for something like
I
Miss
mean, it's all
Universe?
different. In pageantry, my huge thing is community service. And having a purpose. What is your purpose? For Miss South Africa, she was attacked, actually. So what she's doing, she has a movement that's teaching women self-defense to be
that's dope.
able to take care of herself. I mean, and
That's
protect
scary.
herself. It is scary because
Yeah,
a lot
pretty
of
girls
women,
that break your leg is
Exactly.
not what I want to see.
What'd you say?
Pretty girls that can break your leg.
I mean, yeah, you won't mess with them. You don't think that they're dainty and they can't do anything
Yeah.
for themselves. So,
That's
I
dope.
mean, there's women that, you know, are against bullying or domestic violence or, you know, their mother or grandmother has Alzheimer's. So they're, you know, they have that drive to try to make something of that. It's a platform that they use and they speak about. So when they make it straight up to the top, that's
when they share.
Yeah, that's when they share. But they've been sharing it this whole entire way. So it's
Mm.
more than just, you know, makeup and
Yeah.
hair and
gowns.
magazines. Yeah, and gowns, expensive gowns. It's more about just it's being confidently beautiful on the inside as well as on the outside.
Confidently beautiful. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So, as the director, to get in that position, you have to have some type of skills, and you have to be able to. You had to leave your position and put somebody else in that position for you to move up into the next position. Well, that's how good organizations usually run. So, what kind of skills did you teach, or do you have to teach?
Well, I'm originally a life coach. So what you do...
That sounds like some game to me. Like, you can't sit there and tell
She's
me I'm
sitting
a
around
life
giving
coach.
people game.
Yeah, like, I'm a life coach. I'm
coach.
like, hold on.
I've heard a few men say that, and I don't know if they were working in the same industry as you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't know.
You gotta go a little deeper for me.
No, for sure. Life coaching, we're not a counselor, a psychologist. We're not, you know, we're not able to do those types of things.
Okay.
But what we do is we set goals for your life. You know, when you set goals, think about it, you know, you kind of accomplish something and you feel great. You want more, right? So when you hit like a tier, you're like, okay, what's the next goal? So we set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. And I think with pageantry, you kind of go through that same type of journey.
Process, yeah.
So I love doing that. And I love to see, you know, women, you know, I love to help them, you know, join the community, get involved and make a difference because they are actually our future.
Yes.
You know, so when you start, you know, changing people's lives.
The future is
one
female.
day, that's right.
I told you that.
Did you?
Yeah, that's
Are you
hilarious.
Yeah, we got it.
That's an old saying.
We got it taped.
What was the driving force behind you joining? Because you did Mrs.
Right. I did
Nevada,
a Mrs. when I
right?
was married last year.
Okay.
I didn't even know a Mrs. could be in
I never heard of
pageant.
Mrs. Nevada. I've
Right.
heard of Miss Nevada.
Right. And like a
Mrs.
teen. Yeah.
Yeah, Teen Nevada.
But there is a pageant system that you can go, and there's a couple actually that you can go and compete as a Mrs. So you're competing with other married women that have kids, that don't have kids, but you have to be married.
And what's the age range for that
It
competition?
depends. It's usually 21 and over.
Okay.
So there's
So
no
you can
cutoff. I mean,
60
you could
years
be, Yeah,
old.
you could be 60 years old
Hey,
and go compete.
hey
Yeah.
now.
And they have that. They do have it.
When they gonna do a Mr. Nevada?
They have a Mr. Universe,
Oh,
Mr. Universal. They have a Mr. Globe. They have a couple of different Misters.
Oh, yeah. I might
Y'all just
need
always
that.
need a slice of our pie, don't y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, because y'all make it the best.
Oh my God. So what made you get into that pageant?
You know, actually, I was always a little girl wanting to be in pageants. I would see Miss America on TV,
Wow.
Miss USA, and then when I had my twins, I was 20 years old. So right there, you can't be married or have had children to be.
Oh, so you were
Miss.
locked out.
So I was like, well, there goes my chance. So when I heard that you can be a Mrs., I was like, all right, like I can. You know, I was 32. I wanted to like revamp myself and do some self-discovery, and I did that, and here I am today.
Excellent.
I think that's dope
Excellent.
because a lot of people give up on their dreams.
Of course.
They feel like they age out, like, oh, I'm too old to be doing that. And you stuck
Right.
with it, and now you're the director of Miss Silver State,
State.
Nevada.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I was wanting to be a makeup artist in like LA and do movies and win an Academy Award. And actually I got pregnant, so I had to put that on the back burner. But actually, you know, I found YouTube very early in 2007, 2008. And I immediately became a partner, and I started teaching makeup tutorials on YouTube. And now the following there is over, I have over like 25 million views on all of my channel.
Dope.
So it
Dope.
was like I got my dream kind of reincarnated into having my own slice of the internet.
That's awesome.
The owning some of the internet. That's own slice of the internet.
That's hilarious.
The internet's such a great place. Well, I don't know about a great place because if you have you seen Dave Chappelle talk about the internet? If the internet was a real place you could go to,
No.
you should check
I
it
bet
out.
it's hilarious.
Yeah, anything he says. is
It
hilarious.
was like a mall, and he said if the internet was a real place, check it out.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to
It's
look that up.
hilarious.
That's deep.
I'm gonna get
That's
that
some
one.
deep thinking.
So you said that you wanted to get into makeup previously,
Yeah, my
like
my
being a
original
makeup artist.
Right,
Well-
my original background is makeup artist.
Okay, but well, actually, before I get into that, what would you say your best accomplishment was, or your most proud moment was?
My most proud moment was it's an ongoing process. I wouldn't even say it was a moment. It's raising my 2 kids. I was a single mom for such a long time,
You
and
are
I
such a philanthropist.
just see them every day growing, making right decisions, being leaders,
That's dope,
being
though.
colorful, and it makes me proud, very proud.
So do they teach you just as much as you teach them?
Absolutely.
Well, what kind of lessons have you learned from them?
You know, they teach me to let go, not to second guess myself. They're very, you know, like,
they
it's
sound
okay,
motivating.
Mom. They're very
Aw.
motivating.
Dope.
Ah, it's okay, Mom. Just do it.
I
It's
need
okay.
some kids.
Don't worry about it. I know. You're just like, you're right. And then they'll be like, you're cool, Mom. Or, oh, our friends think you're so cool. And I'm like, I am cool, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, how cute is that?
Yeah, it's
That's
cool.
dope.
Especially when they're teenagers. You know, it's cute when they're little, but now that they're, you know, becoming young adults, it's way more impactful to me.
Are you getting them into any sports or anything like
They
that,
play
or pageants, or
They
what?
play soccer, and they play basketball, and one's cheer. So they've dabbled in a little bit of this and that, volleyball, everything.
I love soccer. Soccer is the bomb.
It is the bomb, and it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
like
bomb.
officially
It's
a
legit.
soccer mom.
Yeah.
Obviously, a soccer mom. That's what I thought. I was like, man, and soccer moms usually do be hot too. Do you drive the soccer mom van?
No, I do want one. Though. I do want one. They got the coolest
That's funny.
gadgets and everything. They can just like do things for
Got
you.
all the Bluetooths, everything.
So here's a question. So this is more of a serious tone to the pageant side.
Okay.
So a lot of people look at pageants and they say, you know, there's like this standard of beauty
Of course.
that surrounds them.
Absolutely.
How do you deal with that kind of, I guess, opposition towards pageantry?
You know, it's funny that you say that because when I went into pageantry, part of my mission was to change that stereotype.
Okay.
You know, I thought you had to be like pure, speak 7 different languages, play an instrument, you know, come from a very pure background with no
Right.
struggle. That's what I thought because I thought that was Miss America.
For sure.
And me, you know, I have a lifestyle channel on YouTube, and you know, I vlog with my kids. I go through my struggle. I vlog without makeup on. I don't do like the whole, like, I don't wake up looking like a beauty queen. If that's even what it's supposed to be. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean? Like, I'm just like everybody else. You know, I have the same struggles. I have the same types of happy moments. You know, I enjoy my quiet time, but I also enjoy promoting myself, my community. So when people are like, oh, you have to look a certain way, that was my mission, to say, no, you don't have to look any certain way. You can come in any shape, size, age, sexual background, I don't know, whatever you are.
Yeah.
There you don't have to be a certain way.
So how often is it that women that are heavier or oversized or they don't fit a size 4 make it to the stage?
Great question.
They actually do. There's pageants specifically for that.
Oh, so there's pageants for heavier.
They have like
There
weight
is,
classes?
yeah, there's like a plus size, you know, or they'll call it something else. There's even like a petite. Like the girl cannot be above, 5'4".
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta look into that.
It's
I gotta look into
differently
that.
because girls will think like, okay, USA usually they like a taller girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The girls are super tall, like up to 6
Wow.
feet tall. And that's not necessarily what she has to be, because Miss Universe a few years ago, she was Miss USA, Olivia Copel, she was like 5'5".
Okay.
So she broke that stereotype in that system. So if you feel more comfortable going into, other women that are your size or your age, just like age, they have pageants that are 50 plus.
Okay.
Because I'm sure I, as 34 years old, would not want to compete against a girl who's
22.
21. Yeah, I'm like, my body doesn't look like that anymore. It becomes, a mental thing, but that's why pageantry is so awesome, because it's like, you know what? No, I am who I am. I can totally go against her. And it's a competition against yourself.
Okay.
So
That's what I tell, because I'm a fitness advisor, and I tell people, my clients, when you see so many mirrors in the gym, or the reason why they have so many mirrors is not so that you could see your form, is that you could see your competition. Because you're the only person that you're supposed to be competing against, and you just want to make sure that you're better than who you were yesterday.
absolutely.
It's a little bit about your form, though, right?
it's a little bit.
Like, chin up,
You don't get
chest
that,
up.
hurt that lumbar over there.
Yeah, maybe
Exactly.
you might be a little right. Yeah, I think
That's hilarious.
that might got it, for sure.
You need those mirrors.
So, you said something about, well, first off, I'm gonna say it like this: I don't like makeup at all. We
Lies.
our first show.
These men, they lie.
Our
They say they
first
don't
show
like
was
makeup.
on-
They're lying.
It gets all over your pillows. It's
Well, that's why you wash
You'll
your
live.
face.
Or you'll live.
and it gets all on your shirt. She hug you, this and that, and the third.
Sure.
You get so, but
Baloney.
what you do is basically, as a makeup artist, you are concealing individuals' insecurities.
Really?
You don't think so?
No, because I see it. You say concealing insecurities. I say it's
Cover up.
no.
Oh.
I say it's emphasizing natural beauty.
That's exactly what
So
it
they're
is.
highlighting, is what you're saying.
You're emphasizing natural.
Oh, so you trying to make me look from the other
No, you're
perspective.
just trying to make me look from your perspective.
This is
and
true.
It's the guy's version versus the female's version, and that's my art. Women will do things to, stand out or express themselves. You'll see women with like bright blue eyeshadow, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, that's how you want to express yourself? Do it. I love that. And that's what makeup does. Like, I can feel like vampy or like kind of like moody and do like a dark smoky eye, and it looks amazing. It fits how you feel.
Okay, Miss Silver State.
Whatever.
I got something for you. So what about those girls that, picked at their face for a few hours a day when they were young? Now that they have a few blemishes on their face, it's not that they're trying to highlight the blemishes.
No.
So they are trying to conceal them.
Right. So
and because it's an insecurity. And so a lot of...
So what if it's an insecurity?
But
Maybe she doesn't want you seeing the spots on her face.
Well, I like the flaws in a woman because the flaws make her flawless, baby. And if you can get somebody to enjoy those flaws, he's a keeper.
Sounds good.
Hey, it is good.
It sounds
It
good,
is
but
good.
is it real?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You
You
looking
can't
at
even-
reality. You
do
looking
you
at reality
agree
right now.
that now, in today's generation, if you go out in public with no makeup on, or let's say if you go out to dinner with no makeup on, it's like you didn't even get dressed.
Right.
It's
it
a
looks
part
little
of getting
sloppy.
together.
Right. It looks a little sloppy. It looks a little
Or
careless.
getting ready. It's a part of getting ready.
That's
makeup
what,
is.
that's
It's a
what,
part of your
that's what other women
wardrobe.
say.
Right.
Men don't always feel that way. Don't know, but this is the thing though. I would like to address a few insecurities.
Sure.
Because we're here to make individuals better. So how about this? Since this is Miss Marissa Rose, we want to go ahead and highlight you a little bit. What would you say your biggest insecurity when you was a child coming up?
Ooh. I had a really thick unibrow. That
Oh, for real?
Yes.
You didn't
All
like
the way
it?
until my mom didn't let me like get rid of it until I was like in 8th grade.
Oh,
I
for real?
just had like hair right here.
Well, that's good.
Terrible.
She kept you nice, childlike.
Yeah, and she did. And like I didn't let
That's
my
good.
kids shave their legs until like recently. You know,
Yeah.
it's like these girls are coming to school with like
Full faces of makeup,
Yes.
child.
I'm like,
Like
contoured,
13.
baking.
Like, girl,
I'm
can you
like,
get
why-
me too? How much you charge?
That's crazy. I oppose of that myself as well.
Yeah.
What, kids with makeup?
Yeah.
You know what? I bought my little sister some eyeshadow, not foundation, but I wanted her to explore it. She's 13.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything wrong with that. So I bought her a
No.
little palette, just eyeshadow. I think that's cool for little girls.
It is.
But if she started to contour and stuff,
yeah, no.
You know,
Unless it
one
was
point
really
leads to
good.
another, right?
what? No, she's fine.
Yeah, smoke leads to fire. If you smell, you see the
When
smoke.
she gets to high school, then maybe she can explore other options.
Well, you know, I'm not so sure because obviously I have tons of makeup. Brands send me makeup.
Oh, for real?
endlessly.
Yeah, you're a
that's
blogger.
what I
You
do
got
for my
makeup not even open?
jobs.
That's
Yeah.
the plug.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So my daughters, you know, now they're going to be 14. So 7th grade, they were allowed to wear mascara and a tinted lip color, lip balm,
Cute.
right? 8th grade, I was like, you can, wear a light brown eyeliner. They totally skipped it, and they barely wear mascara. Like, I think it's all up to the individual and the child. I mean, if
For sure.
there's no parental supervision, or you're letting your kid grow up way too fast, like, I don't let my kids touch certain things. They're like, can we put face on? No,
Yeah.
what do you? No. Because
Exactly.
once you start putting on, you're never gonna stop wearing it.
Yeah.
When
So-
you sing, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was just my point. You don't.
And their faces are so young and cute. It's like you don't even need it.
Right.
That tightness. Ooh. This
When you seen Alicia Keys make that no makeup movement, how'd you
Yes.
feel about that?
She still had on makeup, but
Yeah.
she still had
I mean, I was just gonna say. I mean, the hardest thing to do is the no makeup look.
Yeah.
the
I
no
love-
makeup
Yeah,
look. Is that
I
a trick?
mean,
yes, it's a thing.
It's very rare. I mean, with celebrities, they get to go into another whole entire level and have this amazing skincare regimen.
Exactly.
And you can do laser and you could do this, that, and the other. But there's still there's still some product on her face. I would like to believe. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but
Oh, there was a video of her getting her makeup done before she performed at an award show with no makeup.
yeah.
So,
There was
It
a
was
video of her
hilarious.
getting the
Yes.
makeup of her with no makeup.
yes.
Yeah, with the no
The
makeup.
no
look.
makeup look. Yeah.
Man, I didn't
It's
know that was a thing.
I mean, you have to. When you're on camera, you have to wear makeup. You have to wear
Why?
makeup.
Men
Because
wear
it's-
makeup in front of the camera
Absolutely.
I do know that.
Yeah.
I might have to not
Oh my gosh.
opt out.
too. So that was one of my questions. How do you two feel about straight men wearing makeup, like concealing under the eye or covering up dark spots?
Oh, men do it all the time, especially on camera.
Yeah.
Or any type of red carpet event. I've worked with so many. I
Yeah.
mean, there's male grooming
Mm-hmm.
to the nines. Like, there's crazy stuff. So they wear it to.
Could you date a
conceal.
man that wore makeup
More
on a
than you.
daily basis?
On a daily basis?
Like, let's say you guys are getting ready for dinner and he has dark spots and he's like, "Oh, where's my concealer?
Oh yeah. See, like no. I don't,
He's like, what's that?
I mean,
Where's
like-
my concealer?"
are you
All right,
taking
I'm
my
about to get
concealer
rid-
again?
Exactly.
Look,
Can I use
honey,
that,
let me
can I use
borrow
that
that.
brush?
I used it for highlight today. I was trying to contour. Yeah, I don't know how I would really feel about that. I mean, like maybe like the random like pimple or two if we're
Yeah.
going out and it's like, hey, let me cover that up for you really quick.
Yeah.
But not daily. No, I would not.
I think I could.
don't
I'm
know.
odd
You
because
would?
I just wouldn't judge him. Like I just wouldn't be like, "Ugh, you wear makeup." I
What
would just
happens
get
when you
it. I would
mad,
just get
though?
it.
What happens when you get mad and you start arguing with him?
That's why you wear that concealer every day, boy.
I'm about to dash all of them.
Yeah.
You shop at Mac.
You feel me? And then now how much you like it then?
No, I'm just
you like it a lot because
No,
you
I
can
could.
bash him.
No, I could. I could do it. I wouldn't feel any kind of way. I wouldn't feel like he was fruity or anything like that. I would
Okay.
I would get it. Like in today's society, like the lookism is so thick.
The lookism.
Yeah, like
Is that
yeah.
what they call it?
Like
Have you heard that one?
How you look is so serious that I would totally get it if a guy was wearing makeup.
You know what? I was not going to tell this. I was going to keep it to myself. But I have understood that this world is about an image. I went out yesterday. I was a couple of bucks short for getting my hair done, right? Went to the gas station. I'm like, okay, I think I can make about $20 in an hour. And what I told people was like, okay, so I'm a couple of bucks short for an application fee. I'm trying to apply for a job. Can I wash your window for $1? Right? And everybody laughed at me. They all laughed at me. They're like, what are you doing? Get out of my face. Like I was out there for like 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, I'm out of here.
So you didn't get any money?
I got $2 and like 48 cents.
So what does this have to do with how you look?
This is an image. The image that the people has seen in me was like, you don't need no money. Get out of here. Like,
or maybe they just didn't want to give you any.
Maybe they just.
If you would have said that to me, you needed money for an application, I would have for sure gave you
$1.
At least $1.
$1. Then I said, I'm gonna wash your window. Yeah, you feel me?
I mean, it's kind of scary. I mean, who did you approach?
They said that's kind of scary.
I mean, like, well, I mean, if I'm at a gas station, I don't like when people come up to me at the gas station.
Me either.
Because you
real?
see people.
Don't ask me for stuff.
Yeah, don't ask me. I got my kids in the car. Like, don't ask me for stuff. You're gonna try to get in my car. Like, I'm just always just
for real?
that
Gonna try to
parent.
and I don't want to. I'm not gonna open my purse in front of you.
Right.
Just not gonna do it. But anyways, back to the makeup.
That's crazy.
Back to the makeup. So one day I was thinking about how makeup artists will, I guess, paint someone's face differently from each other. Mm-hmm. Now, is it because of there's like technical rules when it comes to like highlighting and contouring?
Hold on. Answer that. Ask that one more time.
Or is it just a preference for makeup? And I guess we'll get to that shortly.
Nobody can hear you.
Nobody can hear me?
No, put it on. He put the spot on.
Oh, okay. I thought that we were counting down to the spot.
Yeah, that's what. When he taps, it's like 20 seconds left. Wait, no.
This is member-supported KUNV HD2 Las Vegas, the broadcast service of UNLV.
Yeah. Get on my level for real. Get on my level. Get on my level for real. Get on my level. Yeah. The apparitions of...
Okay. So, when makeup artists, when they're painting someone's face, is there like technicalities to contouring, highlighting, or is it just a preference thing where you place your highlight and contour?
Well, when you place highlight, it's what it does originally is it brings your features forward, right? So we all have cheekbones, right? Some women will not have them. Some will have them very high. Some will have them very low. But when you see a face, you want things to be symmetrical, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to put dark color underneath where, you know, the cheekbone should be. And then anything lighter, you're going to put on top. So it brings it forward and you're creating dimension in a face. Okay. So when girls are doing that, you know, skinny nose, like, so say like me, I have a bump kind of like right here. It's not like a straight line. So sometimes, you know, I'll put light here and then I'll, you know, do darker here. So it looks
straight.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there isn't a bump. So, I mean, it just all depends on, you know.
On someone's face.
Right.
Okay. I've wondered that because I'm like, when I do my makeup, sometimes I'll try to do it differently to look different, I guess. Right. So I'll raise or lower my contour line. But I don't know if I'm like breaking rules or not.
No,
you really be looking different. Like,
I mean, you would. I mean, you see makeup artists all the time, and they change themselves. Like, have you seen Dope? Dope 211. Her name's Promise. She made herself look like Drake. She made herself look like J-Lo. She made herself look
she's
like
Drake.
advanced.
You look like Drake with makeup.
She literally
made her face look like
she
it.
made her face look like
Oh, I've seen someone do that. Oh yeah, I've seen like a compilation of it.
How
she
long
did
does
Lil
that
Wayne. Oh my gosh, she did everybody.
I think I've seen it.
However long.
Hours.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so someone said makeup is an illusion.
It is.
An illusion. That is a great word.
It makes it to create. It creates that illusion on your face. So like, you know, when you put light underneath your eyebrows, it automatically lifts your eyebrows. You know what I mean? Did
you go to school for makeup or are you just self-taught?
I was self-taught, and then I took a theater makeup arts class, College of the Desert in Palm Springs in 2002.
And that was when you were wanting to do the movies. Do you see yourself getting back into the movie makeup, or just focusing on pageantry? No.
It's not just pageantry. I mean, I feel like I find so many different new ventures to do. I tend to get a little bored.
So what are you most excited about now then?
I mean, we're having the pageant next week. So
Oh,
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm going to take over, I think, 2 or 3 more titles, and see how that goes. So, I don't know. And as of late, I started managing more talent here.
Oh, okay.
Other girls who are coming up and they want to start, a YouTube channel. They want to start Instagram. They want to start blogging. They want to start. So I take, all of my experiences and I pass that down and I help manage,
Nice.
these are many posts you need to do. This is the type of image that you want to have. This is, kind of coaching them through.
Kind of like consulting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you do that for a fee, or you do that just to give back?
Both.
For
It
a
depends.
fee?
We can start, I try to start my own little network where we're having, I have my few talents. And then we kind of just start bouncing back and you start collaborating because, collaboration is the best way
Absolutely.
to grow. And,
Yeah.
you're around like-minded people who are going for that same destination. And I think that's really important.
Excellent. So
That's
I got
a
shout out
major
to
key
Canada.
right there.
Yeah.
Major key.
Yeah.
I got a shout out to Canada. If there was one thing, or what's one thing you would love doing, even if you were failing?
Painting.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So even
But
if you were terrible
here's the
at
thing.
it,
Here's the thing. It's art. This is what I love about art. You can never be wrong. You can never fail at art.
you can't.
Art is a matter of opinion.
Oh,
It's
I
not
need
a
to go
matter of
back to
fact.
tell my teacher.
I'm serious. Like if
I've
you're not
seen a
doing,
few failures now.
yeah, I mean there are as well. But in all actuality, art is you're never wrong.
Yeah,
in
for sure.
art. It's a matter of opinion, not a matter of fact.
So what kind of things would you paint, or
Sure.
did you paint?
I actually painted Biggie's face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've done Method Man. I've done Biggie. That's like when I was in my face mode. And then like I like doing kind of like graffiti-ish.
Oh, we gotta
Oh.
see some of this
Yeah.
work. Is it on your Instagram?
No, I haven't painted in a while. Actually, I haven't picked.
Are
up
you
a
responsible
brush.
for some of the art on the freeway?
Maybe.
silly.
Kidding.
Her alter ego.
Jokes.
Look, she's like, be safe.
So, I want to ask another question about some insecurities. Since you're being, you see so many faces all the time.
Yeah.
What is within your talent that you work with? What would be the most common insecurity that you usually run into?
People second guessing themselves.
Yeah.
It's a big insecurity that people second guess themselves. Like people not trusting their gut
Yeah.
is
It's the
huge.
doubt.
It's that doubt, and they don't speak up. It's the lack of confidence, and that's. I mean, people are insecure.
What's the best way to combat that kind of issue?
I think it's just literally you need to be vulnerable. People look at the word vulnerable as a very bad, like it's shamed upon. But when you're vulnerable, I mean, you let so much in your bubble. You
Okay.
let things over that wall, and it only makes you better. It helps you grow. There is no growth without experience. If you don't try new things, if you don't step out of the box, you're not going to find out who you really are and what your boundaries are. You're just going to stay in this little box.
I
and
like that.
not do anything.
Because you hear a lot of times, like, you hear people like Steve Harvey or all of these people that are like, you just have to jump. You just have to jump. But I think what they're really saying is be vulnerable enough to do something like that, to really put yourself out there.
Right.
And just take the heat or the love or whichever one you get and just
Right.
roll with it.
You do.
So I like that you said that.
You absolutely, you have to, like in pageantry. I mean, like I said, can you get out onto a stage and have hundreds of people looking at you, in an evening gown, or listen to you speak, or an activewear or a swimsuit? It's hard. It's not the easiest thing. And when you're kind of like vulnerable and you let that pass and you're like, oh shoot, that was actually fun.
Yeah.
Like I did well. And you just start going, okay, well, what else can I do?
What else can we
And then
come?
you
Right.
just
If you could
start-
stand
it's
up
just-
there with a bikini on in front of these judges.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
That probably is kind of nerve wracking, for sure, for
is.
sure.
I've done it auditioning as a cocktail waitress, and whew, it is hard.
It is hard.
I tell people that vulnerability
800
is
girls
power.
applying for 20 positions.
Jeez,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it's a lot.
I tell people that vulnerability is power. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then I kind of get give him this quote because, and then I would like to know your thoughts on it. So, when you are vulnerable, more people are less susceptible to try and find those buttons, and they'd rather try and help you get over those vulnerabilities. Yet, if you pose or an individual acts as if they don't have any weaknesses or any vulnerabilities, society or people would like to break you down and find that weakness in you and expose that weakness. Sure. Would you agree with that, or how would you feel about that?
I mean, people, when I think of people trying to bring me down or find my weakness when I'm trying to be vulnerable and better myself, that's when you just take the axe and you just get rid of those.
Yeah,
you're just like, I don't have time for that.
But what if you're not being vulnerable and somebody tries to find the vulnerabilities in you? How do you feel about that?
I mean, literally, you just ask, like, why? What are you trying to do? What is your mission? Because I don't have a lot of time here. Like,
right? I don't get a lot of time. What are you trying to do?
A lot of people don't. If you're on a mission to go do something and people are trying to find your weak spot, it's like, okay, well, what do you need? Why are you coming at me? And what do you need? Because let's just cut to the chase. What are you looking for?
Just get to the point.
Yeah.
So what kind of tools would you say you would need to get over some of those insecurities of second guessing yourself?
Honestly, experience. You don't need a tool. You have to let yourself get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's an action. It's the action of doing something new.
So do you recommend coaches? How do you feel about that?
Coaches?
Like, yes.
Oh gosh, I have a coach.
Yeah.
Life coaches have a coach. I mean, how to get an unbiased opinion, and literally we don't give advice. We just ask. A lot of why, a lot of how, when, where, why. Just mostly why. It's like a 5-year-old
I think I would end up getting offended.
What
do you mean why? I just told you.
But
I don't know why. I just want to do it.
If you're looking for something, it's like, what are your goals? What do you want? I want to be happy.
What do you tell someone that says, I don't know?
Well, it's like, okay, because then that's where it's my job to ask those questions. I want to be happy. Okay. What makes you happy? And then it makes people think, well, painting makes me happy. Okay, so what are we going to do to have you start painting? Or how are we going to fit that into your schedule more with your busy schedule? Because she goes to school, she has a job, she has kids. It's like you start discovering.
So as a life coach, someone comes to you and you're like, so what makes you happy? And they're like, money. What do you say?
Okay, why?
Because I can buy things.
Okay, what kind of things do you like to buy?
Oh, okay. I see how it goes.
Oh, okay.
Food.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Those are the types of things. They're just like, why?
Yeah.
What about it?
So you make them question their own logic.
Because people will be like, oh, like, this is my everything. I'm so obsessed with this. And it's like, well, why? And then some people will just start discovering that
they're not really obsessed with it.
Yeah. There's no reason, and they have energy to put something that's meaningful. That makes life worth living.
So you have 3 hats. You're you have about 4 hats. You're a director.
Maybe 7, 8.
Director of Silver State Pageant, makeup artist, blogger, and life coach.
Mom. Yes.
Can't forget that one. So being former Mrs. Nevada, do you find yourself still operating under that hat when it comes to presenting yourself in public, online, or even in this interview? Do you still find yourself, trying to remain neutral on ideas and topics?
The spotlight isn't so much on me anymore now that I'm not carrying a crown. I do wear an invisible crown at all times.
Hey.
I think that whole entire year of having a title kind of was like a template for how the rest of my life goes. You should always be meaningful in every single thing you do, say.
Okay.
And, community service is huge. Everybody should be making a give back to the community. So
You think it's important to give back?
absolutely, it shows gratitude. It shows compassion. It shows empathy and sympathy. And if there's been so many times where I've been on my back, and it doesn't necessarily mean going to a homeless shelter. It just means
You needed that support or something.
Sharing your time with others. Some kids. There's right down the street a Nevada Partnership of Homeless Youth. Amazing establishment down the street here.
Nice.
We have one of the highest rates of homeless youth.
Yeah, we do.
In Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, we're like number 2 or 3 or something.
Who's number 1?
think like Seattle or something.
Wow.
Something crazy.
I wouldn't have thought it was Seattle. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. But
Okay.
I know that we're crazy.
I'm like, okay.
We got some crazy numbers over here, but like it's an establishment. You go and, you know, a lot of those kids don't like adults. You know, they blame adults for where they are, and so you go and like on Wednesdays you can go cook. They have a full functioning kitchen. You cook with the kids. You talk with them.
Oh, that's
ask them how
dope.
their day was.
No.
You know, you start making that relationship.
With the kids.
Yeah. I mean, food always brings everybody together, right?
Everybody. And that's Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday. I wouldn't say just the reason behind Thanksgiving, just the fellowship that comes with the holiday.
Yeah. It's nice to reflect on the things you're thankful for, which we should be doing every day.
That part. So, another question about insecurity. And you run into them a lot.
How do you know she runs into? No, I'm just joking.
Because she's a life coach.
I'm joking.
I run into a lot of insecurities, and I try to correct them. I'll tell you about one a little bit later. But how do you feel about dealing with insecurities that you didn't create?
You mean like relationship wise?
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
I mean, I'm a victim of that. You know, I take ownership of stuff like that. But as I have gotten older, I really think that experience and, you know, self-discovery, you find that muscle to overcome an insecurity. Like, say you're dating somebody, right? Their ex cheated on them and they're on their phone all the time, XYZ, right? So I'm on my phone, right? I'm just going through Instagram, and that person's like, well, what are you doing? Who
are you texting?
Who are you texting? Why are you? And it's like, you know what? I'm on my phone. This is it, right? But you have that conversation with your partner. I think that's what having a relationship is communication. Communication is key. It's like,
How do you handle it? Do you handle it nice? Do you handle it mean?
no, I think handling anything with like a firm.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
you gotta be stern
You gotta be
with it.
firm. It's like, you know what? Look, this is my life as well. It's like, hey,
Of course you're gonna agree with that. Yeah, you gotta let them
Firm,
know.
girl.
firm. You gotta lay it down, because I mean, like, you know, girls wear the pants in a lot of relationships.
Oh, is that right?
You know.
When it comes to like structure, I think so.
Women
I
wear
mean,
the
why
pants.
do they say like happy wife, happy life? I mean,
Because they
women
don't
didn't
like to
make
hear
that up.
nagging.
Yeah, exactly. A woman did not.
Guys don't like to hear nagging.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We learned in the last episode that we had with the rabbi that nagging
What?
is prophesying. Okay?
Oh my
So it's women telling a prophecy. So learn.
But listen, check this out. So, we'll go ahead and let that go.
We're gonna let that roll
We're gonna
off.
let that go.
Okay.
Women wearing the pants, but
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna say I object.
Okay.
Here's a question
So-
for you, since it's two women here. We're gonna ask the man this.
Okay.
Why is it so hard for men in a relationship to be honest about their insecurities
Or their feelings.
or their feelings in general?
That's what men are told to do. Man up. Suck it up. Well, matter of fact, put some dirt on it. You break your leg.
Put some dirt.
Yeah, I broke my arm one time. I broke my arm. I told my dad I broke my arm. He said, no, you didn't. Go mow the lawn. Mowed the lawn with a broke arm. Went to the hospital the next day. Guess what I did? Left with a cast.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bet the lawn was mowed, though.
So you were taught to
Put
just
some dirt on it.
Just bury
Yeah.
the emotions.
You're right.
So what if you have a son and he's like, Dad, my arm's broken? What are you gonna tell him?
I'm going to look at it. I'm going to be like, son, what did you do, first off? Second off, and if it just hurts, he's got to go back out there. And it depends upon how he hurt. If he got beat up, he might have to go hurt someone else's arm. Now, if he hurt himself, if it's self-inflicted, or if somebody older did it, then I got to handle it.
Okay.
But if somebody he got beat up, or say even a girl did it,
Are you gonna allow him to cry about it? Can he cry because his arm is broken?
he got like 4 minutes. After them 4, like Avant. 4 minutes like Avant. He already put it out there.
Oh my God.
So after them 4,
So in other words, you're gonna teach your son to hide his emotions.
I'm not gonna hide it. He just got to get them out real quick in those 4 minutes.
Okay. So use that in your relationships. You got 4 minutes to just.
4
These are my
minutes
insecurities.
To tell
That's all
you
we
what
need.
I do. Up to you.
Silly. I heard a saying once about makeup. Someone said that when a woman can't buy a car, she'll buy lipstick.
Really?
How do you feel about
I've
that?
never heard that.
I heard that. I don't know where I heard that saying,
Is
but
that why women got so many lipsticks?
I mean, I feel that it's
what do you
very,
think that translates to?
I think it's very sexist comment.
Oh, yeah? So
Yeah.
a man said that, huh?
Well, I don't know who said it, but I think
Well,
I can't
if
remember
you had
who
to
said it
guess.
either.
I just don't think that, you know, if she can't buy a car, why does it got to be lipstick? Why can't it be a book? Or why
I
can't
thought
it
Why
it was
can't
a
it be
cute,
a
I thought it was a
book?
cute saying because I was like, dang, yeah, when I can't buy a car, maybe I do want to go just feel sexy and pretty.
Yeah, if that's what you like.
That's
to
what it
do.
translated
you know,
for
I'll
me.
go get my nails done.
Yeah,
you
for,
know?
when it translated to me that sometimes when I'm sad or unhappy, I want to go pamper myself
Right.
so I could feel happy again.
Right.
So I thought it was a cute little, when a woman can't buy a car, she'll buy lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
That was cute. But I can see what you mean when it's sexist, like, oh, you can't afford a car, so you want to go get cute.
Right.
What's wrong with being cute?
Nothing is wrong with
What
being
did that
cute.
saying translate?
Being cute
Just
while you
depends on
walking,
your person.
while you walking down the strip instead of driving. You know?
Maybe she wants to get her steps in on her Fitbit. I don't know.
Let's get the Fitbit going. You know, exercise is key.
It is.
There was something I wanted. I had a shot out the cannon for you, and it was a doozy.
Well, what does that saying say to you, Twice? When a woman can't buy a car, she'll buy lipstick.
First thought is like when I think of lipstick, I think of like a matte color or a red, and so she wants to like
deep.
Yeah, she wants to be sexy. Like, so maybe she feels like a car is a sexy. Yeah. And she wants to feel like, you know, sexy, I guess. Yet, that's not the first. I wouldn't say she should buy some lipstick if she can't buy a car. I say buy some shoes.
It was just a saying.
Go buy some shoes. You know?
Go buy some shoes instead.
Yeah. You know?
Lipstick can range from $10 to $30.
Yeah.
It's a lot less expensive than shoes.
I know some shoes for $30 and some good ones,
I
too.
think the point he was trying to make was makeup or her makeup will always sell.
Oh, it does. Beauty sells.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Beauty
oh,
sells.
absolutely. Women and the beauty industry, women will always be into something that's making them look young or youthful or you know, more beautiful or look like J-Lo, buy this. You know, that's just how women are.
You know what sells?
What?
Winning sells tickets. I'm gonna tell you. So, but if beauty makes you win, then you know. But we'll be right back.
You're listening to The Rebel.
Yo, just real underground hip hop.
KUNV HD2.
We're happy to have you with us tonight and hope you'll come back often.
You're listening to 91.5 KUNV.
Las Vegas.
This month is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada and UNLV are helping Southern Nevada residents and visitors quit smoking. Make the I Quit 4 pledge and drop tobacco items off at any of the 8 tobacco drop-off bins located across UNLV. Those making the I Quit 4 pledge are encouraged to take advantage of the Nevada Tobacco Quit Line's resources at nevada.quitlogics.org or by calling 1-800-QUIT-NOW. For more details or to make the pledge, visit www.iquit4.com.
That's what I wanted. I got like 3 shots out the cannon for you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Be careful with these.
I know
Be ready.
I'm nervous now.
No,
The shots out the
don't
cannon
be,
are actually fun.
don't be nervous. But I don't think you heard this one.
Okay.
Okay. So we got the director, Miss Marissa Rose.
Yes.
I was over here trying to say ease my R's real fast, and I got tongue tied, like I was making a curve. But check this out.
Yes.
Got a shout out to Cannon for you. If you had to give up one of your senses, which one would it be?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's too hard.
That is really hard. Maybe.
Well, let's start naming them off.
I mean, no. Well, I think I would do smell.
Your sense of smell?
I would lose my sense of smell.
You don't like to smell flowers or anything like that?
I mean,
or?
I do, but I can see them. You know, like when you can see color, I feel like I would be so. I mean, I'm so grateful that I have my sight.
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too.
And I can hear voices. You know what I mean? Like I can hear my children talking. I can hear things. You know, music. Oh gosh, music. I would be so lost.
Yeah.
I can't smell music.
You can't smell music?
Yeah.
Well,
I would give up taste.
You give up taste?
Yeah, smell for me, that's kind of like
You
dangerous because
just-
what
so
if you can't smell smoke in your house? So I'm like, anytime I'm sick and my nose is stuffed up, I'm like, oh, I can't smell smoke. It's weird. It's really weird. But it's just like a scary thing for me not being able to smell.
You wouldn't give up your sense of touch?
I need to feel that. I need to feel that. Feel that.
Look at us, both of us.
Nah, not that one.
That's probably the one I would give up. Sense of touch, for sure.
Oh, child.
Yeah, see, but this the thing, though.
We need a coach.
More power to you.
We need a coach. But see, you said you give up your sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel offended if I didn't get a chance to get a whiff of the perfume you had on, because you whiffed your hair and it shot me all in the face, and I was like, oh, I thought I was in a field of daisies or something.
Oh, wow.
So, and then you said you'd rather give up your taste.
Yeah.
And your
that
taste.
means I would be able to like really eat anything.
You just want to eat air pie and wind pudding all day.
It would be easier for me to eat just all vegetables. I can't taste it anyway.
You know when you eat like your favorite dish and you're like, oh my god, this is so good.
Maybe I'll get something from the smell, because I'll be able to smell. Maybe.
So what has your craft taught you about relationships?
To love 1,000%.
1,000%?
Be wholeheartedly into.
What do you mean by that?
Be in the moment. There's a book by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now. You guys should totally read it.
The Power of Now. I think somebody was talking about that book. I think it was like a TED Talk or something. I don't know.
Yeah. There's so much I think I would have done differently in past relationships. Not that it's going to make a difference. But, I think you learn that as you grow older. But when you're like with that person, why are you with that person? Because you enjoy that person's company.
Right.
You enjoy who they are. You are learning from them.
So give examples, like an example of where you wish you would have had whatever knowledge you have from the book in one of your relationships that you can go back to, that you can remember.
There's a part in the book that's, he's like, walk up the steps. Do you feel the carpet underneath your feet? Do you feel what, the type of impact that your shoe is making on you? Do you feel yourself like climbing up the steps? Do you hear the echo off the stairs? Those types of things are like, wow, you kind of let time just pass,
right,
and go.
So you're saying be more alert and present, and
I think there's a lot of
almost
times where
active living.
I was so focused on what I'm doing that I didn't appreciate the company of the person who I was with.
Okay.
And I think it makes a big difference when you can sit there and absorb each other's energy.
Yeah.
And be in the moment and talk. You
don't need anything else.
You don't. Because generally, why are you with that person?
Right.
Because you want to be with that person, and it takes effort.
Some people don't want to just be with somebody. Some people just want to be with them because they don't want no one else to have them.
There is that problem too.
There is
that problem.
I think that happens often. Would you say?
It absolutely does.
Yeah, that's
what is it? Why is that? Well, why? If you were to say a reason why would you say that is? I'm asking both of you guys now.
Why someone doesn't want someone to be with someone else?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's like a control thing.
It's an insecurity. People think like, oh my God, if I can't have you, no one can, because nobody's gonna want me. Type of thing. Those people didn't step out of their box. They just say.
Interesting. So we got a couple more questions for you before we wrap it up. Did you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, shoot.
So, if you had to rate this saying on how true it is on a level of 1 to 10,
okay,
what would you rate beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
Oh gosh, that is totally a 10.
10?
Yeah. I think it's very true. I think it's so true.
So ugly people can be beautiful.
But what do you define as ugly?
Unattractive.
Unattractive.
What is unattractive? Like,
to me,
say you might like tall muscles, and to me that is not my thing. That is unattractive to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you like skinny?
What's the most attractive?
No, that's just what I'm saying. It's like that. It doesn't matter.
Or chunky.
You know what I mean?
I like me a little chunky boy.
I like a little huskiness.
A little something to grab, huh?
Yeah, a little chubby chub.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
just like it is in the eye of the beholder because that's again, it's a matter of opinion, not fact.
So what's the most unattractive feature? How about that?
Oh gosh, self-absorbed. When a guy can sit there and talk about himself,
I don't like
the whole entire time.
That's crazy, right?
You're just like, are you serious? oh, okay, this is your
Like,
show.
oh, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, can I hop? No, I can't talk yet. Okay.
Yeah, but that is so unattractive.
It's crazy.
Oh.
Self-absorbed.
Yeah.
What about the what about physical feature?
You know, I don't know. I don't have a type. I mean, I just need you to be funny, and I need you to listen. I want you to ask me how my day is.
I need you to keep it real, cause I'm gonna tell you.
I don't like when people have bats in the cave.
Oh, boogers.
That's one of them things.
But
I
are you
whoa.
the one to be like telling
Oh,
them?
it's gonna come out.
Are you telling them?
I might tell them. I might. I don't know. Sometimes I might be like.
You know what I hate
away.
the most? That long second middle toe.
That's lucky toes.
That's lucky toe.
That's lucky toes.
No, that's the
I think
long
it's cute.
or the toe. What if it hangs off of the heel and then grabs the front and might tickle the ground?
No, you know what? I don't
That's
like
the
when men have
worst.
hips.
Wow.
When men have hips, when they're like kind of hippie and curvy,
Yeah.
that's a little
You
odd.
seen the trend in Miami where the guys are getting butt jobs?
No.
Oh, don't they get that already?
Butt jobs?
Yeah.
Men?
Where?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I seen a couple of guys walking on the beach. Some videos in Miami where they was, had them shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Is that? Could you date a guy like that?
He
said, wait,
Shots at the
what?
butt.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's like to each their own. I'm not gonna judge somebody on what makes them feel their best.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I haven't been put in that situation, so I don't really know. I can't really speak for me.
Right. That's funny.
You know.
What about you? What you say? You like
No,
that?
I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm gonna totally judge you. You crazy. You weird. What you doing? I'm
But
judging.
your butt looks good.
Yeah. Looks good walking that way.
All right, so I got a
But wait,
couple
rate beauty is in the eye of the beholder. How true is it? Twice.
Oh.
On a level of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I don't know, because everybody don't got the right vision, first off. So you can't say that.
I know. Are we talking like 20/20 vision, or are we talking like?
I'm just saying
blind in
someone's
one eye?
appearance. Someone's appearance.
Man, no, because there be some buffaloes that think they Brazilians.
I don't know what that means.
Well, first, a buffalo is an animal. A Brazilian's a person, or a type of person. So,
Right.
it's kind of.
I guess I didn't know the contrast. But okay,
But
so
I'm just saying there's
what number are we at? 1 to 10?
I don't know. It varies between the eyelids. So.
Okay.
So
And I might add something because of pageantry. You know, you do see that girl who is typically beautiful, right? You
Right,
see
for
her
sure.
and she's beautiful. But the person on the inside is very ugly. And that's where she becomes
Unattractive.
right? So, you know, when you see somebody, it's very hard to decipher if they're a beautiful person or not. It takes much more of getting to know them and getting to be with that person. I mean, right off the bat, we're just being prejudiced, like prejudging that person because of their outer
looks.
layer. Yeah. So that's why I think it's depends on the person.
I think I gave it about an 8 in truth.
8?
Because, I mean, we all look at Halle Berry, and I don't think I know a single person that's going to say that she's not pretty. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
So to a certain extent, we all can align in how beautiful someone is or pretty or how unattractive someone is.
She's physically beautiful.
She's physically very pretty.
Right.
According to Wesley Snipes. No, I'm just joking.
According to Mr.
He might say something different.
All right, so we're going to create a scenario for you.
Wow.
So we in the basement, right? We done had a couple edibles.
Story time.
Yes, and I got a question for you.
Wait, we had what?
We was
We
in
had
the
a couple
basement.
edibles.
Edibles like
Ate some
chips
edibles.
and like
No,
cookies?
like some brownies.
Oh, brownies.
Yeah.
Make believe.
Yeah, no, some real ones. But look, so if you could make 2 rules in the world that everybody had to follow, what would they be? And I gave you those rules. We said we was in the basement so that you didn't think we was at the pageant.
No, I know.
I wonder why we had to be high, but
I'm like, well, because I mean,
we had to be high to make up these
there's
rules.
all sorts of things. I'd be like, oh, gummy bears for everybody.
Gummy
You know,
bears.
it's like something off the wall like that. But no, I think now in today's there's so much hate and like war, and there's just so many different things affecting all. I mean, end of the
Yeah.
world is coming soon because there's just so many things happening. You know,
Knock
like
on wood.
it's like, well, I mean, like
Not too soon.
If you're trying to go to a concert, a country music concert, and have a guy just open fire and
Right.
kill so many people, like there's
Insane.
there's
It was the
some,
music. So no, I'm just joking. God forgive me.
oh my god.
Too soon.
I mean, what were the rules?
Yeah, 2 rules
Two
on
rules
Earth
that you would create
or
on
in the
Earth.
world. Yes, that everyone has to follow.
Oh gosh, no littering.
No littering.
No littering. I don't like litter bugs. That's like a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. So
It is odd to see people just throw trash on the floor. It's
I've,
weird.
I've seen the prettiest girls throw trash out the window on the freeway.
They're probably from Detroit.
They're probably from maybe. What would be number
So
2?
no littering.
No, I just said no hatred allowed.
No hatred, no littering.
No hatred. How? But without hate, there's no love.
What do you mean? How do you come?
Hate doesn't exist. Hate is the absence of love. It's not a real thing.
True that.
So we'll put it like this: the universe is made of 94% dark matter. Okay. So if there was not that darkness, we would not know where the light shines, baby. So if everyone's shining, we blind.
I mean, there could be love and a lot of love.
A lot of love, a little dim and a lot of light. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Touche. Okay, I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
So what are your 2 rules?
With the world, honestly, I've asked the question like 4 times and I've never thought of it myself. Is that odd?
Yeah.
So yeah. First rule I probably make is that everybody has the same wages. Every
He's a communist.
He's a communist, and the best idea wins.
The best idea wins. Wins what?
In every situation. So you know
I mean,
how.
do we have to have like 3 people vote? Like, is it
Like,
with
who's
5 people voting?
Well,
on
it's
the
more
idea?
like the greatest good for the greatest number of people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, we about to, actually man, I you know
We're gonna wrap up the show.
Yeah. You had any final thoughts today? Oh,
My final thought is, I'm taking it from her. Be vulnerable.
Be vulnerable.
Be vulnerable.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell myself that. Be vulnerable.
Love.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Marissa Rose, actually, do you have any questions for us?
Ooh.
To a certain extent.
Longer than 14 seconds?
Sure.
Later on. I'll give you more questions later on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us where we can find you at.
At RissRose2 on Instagram, at RissRose2 on YouTube, Facebook, and if you ever want to be in the pageant, director at MissSilverState.com.
Love.
What's up?
I just want to commend you and compliment you on your incredible composure. You're an amazing individual.
Thank you.
And your presence on social media has nothing or doesn't compare to the person you are in person. So,
thank you.
Like, I just want to let you know that
I agree.
that you are a phenomenal individual, and we
guys.
greatly appreciate you for coming down.
Of course, anytime.
For sure.
I want to be back again.
Oh, most
Sure.
definitely. And I love that you always have that invisible crown, that royalty, and we respect it. And one
Yes.
thing I need for everyone to do is go ahead and show some respects to OverTheTopLv.com, because if you're looking for the stars and the bright lights in Las Vegas, you don't got to look no further.
Word.
You know what I'm talking about?
I heard that.
They got the lights, they got the brights, and I'm talking about those people that stay shining, and then they always know I'm working. We got those. Who do we got over there? Artists,
the poets.
painters, poets, musicians,
Models.
models.
Monday,
Yeah,
something.
we got a lot of people over there. Yeah, and you should go ahead and show them some love, and they would love to see what you got going. You know? Yeah. And remember, if everybody in the world thought twice, it'll be a better place. Love, baby.